Okay.
Right?
Yes. Okay, Vancity's vision is to redefine wealth, recognizing that the true prosperity is only possible in a vibrant, healthy, and sustainable community. And co-ops have an important role in realizing that vision. Now, we're a financial services cooperative, 500,000 members, 2,500 employees, $17 billion in assets. And increasingly, we're using that asset base to invest for impact. Now, business ideas with the potential to create positive economic, social, and environmental impacts often face substantial challenges in getting started. So to these, we provide expertise, access to our business networks, and specialized financing solutions, some combination of grants, microcredit, and traditional debt. Now, these are, oh, good, I'm ahead of the game. These are some of the areas that we're, our focus areas for impact business development. Co-ops are not mentioned specifically, but probably because co-ops are involved in many, if not all, of these areas. And as BC's Minister for Social Development said recently, co-ops are the original social enterprise, and we agree. There are about 680 co-ops in BC, and about a third of these are Vancity members. Now, I'd like to illustrate a few of our credit unions' commitments to supporting co-ops as impact businesses. Cooperative principles and practices flourishing in the community is one of three principles guiding our current 3-year business plan. In other words, that healthy community we want is socially just, economically inclusive, sustainable, and of course cooperative. Now, my colleague Kate Dunford is a portfolio manager at our community investment team, and she's dedicated to specifically supporting new and established co-ops. So I'd like to share with you a few examples of how we work with our co-op members to realize these positive impacts. First is Common Thread, which provides job opportunities for women facing barriers to employment. They make goods from recycled street banners in a supportive work environment. Our community foundation provided a grant to strengthen their production capacity, and they're part of our supply chain. We buy from them. We all know about the high cost of real estate in Vancouver and its negative impact on the diversity of our neighborhoods. We work in partnership with the Cooperative Housing Federation of BC to finance a 60-year lease on the First Avenue Athletes Village Housing Co-op, and we're working on them to look at other opportunities too. It was a Vancity grant that allowed Moto to purchase its first automobile, and in 2011 we increased their line of credit, which enabled a massive increase in their fleet. They're up to 300 cars now, and they're supporting the creation of cooperative car share co-ops in other communities. Worker co-ops, Shift. There's your picture, Graham. We all know about them and the wonderful work they do. We've provided a variety of support, I think starting with a micro finance loan at the beginning, if I'm not mistaken, to support capital needs. Victory Gardens is one of the latest, a worker co-op that transforms urban space for food production. From us, they got a grant to incorporate as a co-op, a microloan to expand capacity, a line of credit to facilitate their daily business interactions. We also support a number of education opportunities for our staff to learn more about the cooperative model. These range from basic stuff at our immersion program to one that I would like to talk to in some detail, the Emilia-Romagna Cooperative Study Tour. We work with our partners at the University of Bologna to bring 20 Vancity staff and board members to Italy. We've been doing this since 2009 to experience a cooperative economy at scale. It's my responsibility to organize that tour, develop the curriculum, and the really challenging part, support the application of that education, and it is a substantial education. Our recent trip, we visited Camps, the worker co-op with 6,800 worker members. Created in 1946, the crisis has driven them to innovate, including new financing mechanisms. We want to know more about those. At the other end of the scale, Cooperativa Beneficio Tre is a microcraft brewery workers co-op with 5 members. Youth unemployment in that area is very high, and the cooperative movement is encouraging youth to create their own jobs. They're working with other beer co-ops in the area, their competitors, to grow their market. Something to learn there too. The 2 gentlemen flanking our vice president, Jean-Marc Hanfield, work for Cooperazione Finanza Imprese, cooperative business finance. They support failing businesses to convert into worker co-ops. We had a very long and intensive discussion with them. Our partners at the University of Bologna include Professor Stefano and Vera Zamagni. They have given us a new language of economics, one that recognizes that the zero-sum game is a losing proposition for too many, and economics needs to be inclusive and value people. So, while the study tour has educated our staff on specific supports to benefit new and established co-ops, it's clear that we need to be much more ambitious if we want to see our cooperative economy flourish. So, we're working with our partners at the BC Cooperative Association and local universities to undertake a comprehensive survey of all the co-ops in our province. How many assets, how much turnover, how many employees, all this we want to know, but much more. What are the relationships between these co-ops? Could cooperative value chains be encouraged? What is the potential for growth and impact? It's our hope that the results of the survey will serve as a powerful tool to advocate for a stronger enabling environment, to identify success stories, and to make the case for cooperative development fund, which I think we'd all like to see. And I think that is where we're going to see our impact. Thank you very much.